Something unusual happens every now and then, a moment that makes you stop and wonder why a particular message caught your attention when countless others pass by unnoticed. This could be one of those moments. Out of the endless stream of headlines, notifications, and distractions competing for your focus, something about these words encouraged you to stay a little longer. That alone is worth noticing. The world moves fast, and most of us spend our days scrolling through an overwhelming flood of information, rarely pausing long enough to consider what truly resonates. Yet here you are, reading this. Perhaps it's curiosity, perhaps it's coincidence, or perhaps it's simply the feeling that there's more to discover. Few public figures spark as much conversation and fascination as Elon Musk. His ideas, projects, and ambitions have captured the attention of millions across the globe, inspiring debates about technology, innovation, and the future. Whether you admire his work, question his methods, or simply find his story intriguing, there's no denying the impact he has had on modern culture. Imagine hearing thoughts not filtered through headlines, trending posts, or second-hand interpretations, but presented in a way that feels personal and direct. That's what makes moments like this compelling. In a digital world overflowing with noise, genuine attention has become one of the rarest things we can offer. So before moving on to the next distraction, consider the possibility that some messages stand out for a reason. Sometimes all it takes is a brief pause and an open mind to discover a perspective you hadn't considered before. Let's slow down for a moment. Don't worry. This isn't going to be about rockets, or cars, or even Mars. Not exactly. Not in the way you expect, at least. See, the truth is, Elon Musk didn't set out to build empires just for the headlines. He did it because he saw something in the future, something most people can't see. And every time he made a move, he did it while the whole world doubted, watching, whispering behind his back, certain he'd fail. But here's the hidden part, the part no one else really talks about. Elon knows what it feels like to be on the edge, right before a breakthrough. The real story isn't about his success, it's about the moments before the success. The tension, the fear, the doubt, the feeling something big is about to happen. If only you dared to listen. Why does that matter to you? Because right now, your life is a series of choices, most of them automatic. Scroll, tap, like, ignore, move on, over and over, every single day. But every so often, in moments just like this, something interrupts the noise. Something that's not an ad, not a product. Something that feels strange, urgent, like a signal that was always meant for you. And what if this is that signal? Pause for a second. Honestly, pause. Let yourself feel the pulse under your skin. The air isn't the same anymore, is it? Because if you listen, truly listen, you'll notice something wild happening. Elon's message isn't a notification you can save for later. It isn't a DM you can ignore. It's fading, literally fading, and you have to be fully present to even catch it. If you tune out for a second, if you tell yourself you'll come back after dinner, or once you check your texts, the message might already be gone. Not as a scare tactic, just reality. That's how it works. The most important moments don't wait for you to be ready. Now, what could Elon Musk possibly want to tell you? Why now? Why you? The answer is complicated, and yet, astonishingly simple. It's because of what you're not doing. Not yet. It's because of the life you haven't leaned into, the potential you haven't touched. This isn't about being a billionaire, or building rockets, or going viral. This is about that feeling in your chest, right now, the itch that tells you, I was meant for more. Maybe you've lost count of how often you've ignored that voice. Maybe you buried it under responsibilities, or distractions, or just the exhausting grind of just getting by. But tonight, something's different. Elon is living proof that impossible visions can become reality if you learn the difference between noise and signal. Lean in, Seriously, lean in. You hearing this isn't a coincidence. You're listening because deep down, buried under all the layers of shoulds and maybes and almosts, you are waiting for one true moment to come along and change everything. You're here because you have a question that haunts you, even if you never say it out loud. What if my life could actually be different? What if I didn't hit snooze on that dream one more time? What then? Let me tell you a secret. The biggest moments in anyone's life, Elon's, yours, mine, they don't come with fireworks or a marching band. They come in ghostly whispers, in the space between distractions, in a second where you almost scroll, but you don't. Sometimes, all it takes is one extra breath, one pause, one moment where you really ask, if not now, when? If not me, who? Now, picture this. You're watching with your phone in your hand. The screen glows back at you. Somewhere else, at this exact moment, Elon Musk is sitting with that familiar sparkle in his eye, breaking rules, sketching worlds other people call impossible. But even Elon wonders, will anyone actually listen? Not the crowds, not the critics, just one person, out there, ready for something bigger. Maybe, just maybe, that person is listening, right this second. What do you do when destiny knocks? Most people never hear it. Most people scroll past. That's why the world stays the same. That's why opportunity feels like something for other people. But the truth? The world is built, absolutely built, by those rare few who sense the moment, who listen for the nearly silent pulse of possibility and dare to answer before it's too late. Let's make this even simpler. Right now is your crossroads. Ignore everything else for 60 seconds. Don't check your notifications. Let messages pile up. Forget everything else. Because you're not just another viewer. You're someone who hung on. That alone puts you ahead of almost everyone. It means you have a sliver of courage most people never even try to find. That, right there, is the beginning of transformation. Wait, feel that. That urge to look away, that urge is fear. Not bad fear, but the kind that tells you you're about to step out of your old orbit. That's what Musk calls the edge. And here's where it gets real. If you refuse the call, if you look away, nothing will change. Not now, not ever. Consider this for a moment. What if the opportunity in front of you isn't nearly as frightening as your imagination makes it seem? So many of life's biggest turning points begin with a simple decision to step forward despite uncertainty. The question that changes everything is often surprisingly small. What is the actual cost of giving it a chance? When viewed honestly, the answer is usually far less intimidating than the regret of never trying at all. If you've stayed with this message until now, that alone reveals something important. In a world overflowing with distractions, endless notifications, and constant demands for attention, remaining focused has become a rare quality. Many people drift from one thing to the next, consuming ideas without allowing them to take root. Yet every meaningful achievement starts when someone chooses to stay engaged long enough for inspiration to become action. The ability to remain present, to keep listening when it would be easier to move on, is often what separates unrealized potential from genuine progress. We live in an age that rewards speed, but growth usually happens through patience, concentration, and commitment. The most remarkable breakthroughs rarely appear in dramatic flashes. They emerge from moments when a person decides not to quit, not to look away, and not to surrender to doubt. This message was never meant to place any individual on a pedestal or suggest that success belongs only to extraordinary people. Instead, it serves as a reminder that every path forward begins with a choice. The real story has always been about possibility, personal responsibility, and the willingness to take a step that others are too hesitant to take. The next move has never belonged to someone else. It belongs to you. No. If you thought that, if you came here just for the name, the headline, the wild stories, pause. Let that go. The greatest secrets, the ones that shape destinies, they're never found in other people's lives. They show up when you start digging beneath your own surface. Think about it. Elon didn't become Elon because he wanted attention. He became himself because he did what others refused to do. Pay attention. Attention is the most valuable currency you have. Where you place it defines the shape of your life. It's your truest investment. No algorithm, no influencer, no marketing campaign can replace the power of deliberate attention. So, where is your attention now? Right here, locked to these words, wondering what's next, wondering what Musk might actually say if he had your full focus, even for a moment. Let's explore that, because here's where things get interesting. If Elon Musk could deliver one message to a single ordinary life, one message to someone just hanging on at the edge of routine, of burnout, of what if, what would it be? It wouldn't be work harder. It wouldn't be study engineering. It wouldn't be bet all your money on the next big startup. He'd say, focus on what everyone else is ignoring. You see, disruption, the kind that launches rockets, the kind that breaks industries, the kind that sets the world on fire, starts with the discipline of noticing what others won't acknowledge. The world is so full of copycats and shortcuts and noise that we become numb to possibilities right in front of our faces. Pause. Let that settle in. Think of the last time you got so bored you almost quit something, only to discover something new on the other side. That's where the treasure hides, in the places most people flee. Want proof? Look at Musk's life. Space was boring. Car companies were dying. Solar energy was too hard. Every industry that looked dead, every problem the world decided was impossible, Musk leaned in. Not because he's reckless, but because he knows that most people stop 1 inch before the miracle. Most breakthroughs don't look like breakthroughs, they look like chores, like fixes, like late nights and unresolved questions. Real opportunity always looks ordinary, right until the moment you lean in, and everything changes. So, let's pivot. What about you? What corner of your life are you treating as ordinary? What have you written off as locked, dead end, or someone else's job? That's your gold mine. That's your edge. Maybe it's a skill you quietly nurture when no one's watching. Maybe it's a problem nobody else even wants to solve. Maybe it's just a dream you still scribble in the margins while pretending to pay attention to something safer. That is where your new future lives, even if everyone else, even those closest to you, think you're wasting your time. Pause. Breathe with that. Because the tension you feel is real. Your mind's probably racing to a dozen, too crazy ideas right now. Good. That's exactly how new worlds are made, one uncomfortable vision at a time. The people who change the world aren't the lucky ones, the privileged ones, or even the brave ones. They're the ones who keep going when everyone else already gave up. The ones who stay curious, who ask just one more question, who take the risk nobody else wants. Now, here's where the contrast sharpens. You could, right now, let all of this fade away. You could let this message join the pile of all the things you almost listened to. Tomorrow will be just like today, and no one will blame you. But if you stay, if you follow this conversation a few steps deeper, something might shift. You might start to see those locked doors as invitations. You might start to see the pile of routines as building blocks, not barriers. And you might finally realize this whole time, the person you're waiting for has always been you. You, showing up in this unrepeatable moment. Here's a little secret. Everyone wants to be chosen. Chosen for greatness, for luck, for love, for adventure. But very few choose themselves first. Elon became Elon not because someone picked him, but because he stood up, again and again, while everyone else stayed sitting. Every one of his giant leaps was really just 1,000 small yes strung together. Yes, I'll keep going. Yes, I'll risk it. Yes, I'll dare to believe maybe I'm not ordinary after all. So, right now, you're at the crossroads again. The door's open, but it won't stay open. As you listen, you can feel the edges of the message starting to blur, fade, slip away. That's how opportunity always is. Temporary, inconvenient, urgent, and profoundly real. There's no timer you can set. No guarantee that if you walk away, the message will wait for you. It won't. Not because it's cruel, but because that's the nature of all things rare and valuable. They require a decision. Take this next pause seriously. Let yourself answer, honestly. What is the story I've been telling myself about why I can't step forward? Say it out loud, or whisper it under your breath, whatever you need. Take a quiet moment and pay attention to the stories you've been telling yourself for years. The reasons, the doubts, the carefully crafted explanations for why now isn't the right time. Then imagine setting all of them aside, even briefly. It's surprising how different life can appear when you stop viewing it through the limits you've accepted as permanent. Suddenly, possibilities seem closer, opportunities feel more real, and the future becomes something you can shape, rather than something that simply happens to you. The biggest changes rarely arrive with perfect timing or complete certainty. More often, they begin with a simple decision to move forward, despite not having all the answers. Growth has a strange way of looking like confusion at first. What feels uncertain today can eventually become familiar territory, but only if you're willing to take that first step. If these words resonate with you, there's a reason. Perhaps a part of you recognizes that you're capable of more than you've allowed yourself to believe, not because you're extraordinary or destined for greatness, but because every person carries untapped potential, waiting for the courage to emerge. Many people spend their lives ignoring that inner voice, choosing comfort over possibility. Yet something kept your attention here. Maybe it's curiosity, maybe determination, or maybe it's the quiet sense that there's still more ahead for you than what's behind. Whatever brought you this far, don't dismiss it. The path toward meaningful change often becomes challenging long before it becomes rewarding. Most people turn back when progress feels slow or unclear. The ones who continue are usually the people who discovered just how much they were capable of all along. But you're different. Let me ask you something strange. When was the last time you seriously surprised yourself? Not by accident, not because life threw chaos your way, but because you decided to do something you didn't think you could do. Usually, we play the script everyone expects. We do as we're taught. We follow boundaries that were never really ours. There's a kind of sleepwalking that settles in. The day blends into the day, and dreams blur into background noise. Pause. Listen carefully, because this part is where people start to realize how stuck they really are. Most roads don't end with a huge NO. They end with a silent, slow giving up. People don't crash and burn. They just dial down their expectations. They shrink. They accept the story that nothing big can happen for them without luck, or permission, or some twist of fate. It's safer, isn't it, to stay small? Contrast that with Elon's world. Think about this. It would have been so much easier for someone with his intelligence, resources, and stubbornness to play it safe, to make a nice, boring car company, to build another app and coast, to avoid risk, avoid embarrassment. But he couldn't. He chose the scarier script, the one that says, comfort is the enemy when it comes to doing anything that actually matters. Every time he reached a fork in the road, he chose the path with more doubt, more discomfort, more possibility. So, what happens if you do the same? Right now, most of your mind is probably split. One part is excited, wondering, what if? While another part is still clinging to safety, to old beliefs. They're battling, right here, and you can feel it. But what if you stopped listening to the voice that says, "Not for you, not now"? What if, just for a moment, you gave yourself permission to imagine, really imagine, what your life looks like on the other side of fear? Pause. Seriously. Close your eyes if you need to. See yourself as the person who answered the call. Someone who didn't wait. Someone who stepped forward when the path was blurry and the ground felt shaky. Imagine looking back a year from now, or 5 years, and realizing that tonight was the turning point. The night you didn't swipe away. For people who live small, nothing changes. For people who gamble on themselves, everything is always possible. That's the punchline most people miss. It's never about the external things. The money, the followers, the headlines, the applause. All of that fades by morning. The change is internal, quiet, and relentless. It's about self-respect. It's about waking up every day, even in the hard seasons, and knowing you said yes when others shrank. That's what Musk has. Beneath the noise, the certainty that he did the one thing nobody can fake. He acted. He moved. He built. He bled. He risked. And you've already made a choice you may not have recognized. You're listening. You're thinking. You're starting to imagine. In a world obsessed with shortcuts, you're here. Slow burning with possibility. That wins more than you know. Let's talk about the world itself for a second. Most people have grown cynical. They believe everything's been done, or that none of it matters. They scroll through headline after headline. Revolutions, discoveries, moonshots, all tuned out. It all seems so far away. But the truth, every era of progress, every breakthrough, started with someone no smarter than you, no luckier, no braver, who just refused to look away. Someone who looked at the world's problems and thought, what if this wasn't permanent? What if I could actually be the one to make a dent? Here's a wild idea. What if your ordinary frustrations, your so-called weaknesses, are actually signals? What if the thing everyone else finds boring or unfixable, you secretly can't stop thinking about, because you're the one who's supposed to fix it? It seems crazy, until you realize that's the only way anything ever gets done at all. Everything you see around you, every product, every movement, every leap forward, started with someone who noticed what others ignored, then persisted longer than anyone thought reasonable. Maybe the real question isn't what opportunities are available, but what possibilities everyone else keeps overlooking. Hidden beneath everyday frustrations, unanswered questions, and overlooked challenges are often the beginnings of something remarkable. The people who leave a lasting mark on the world rarely follow crowded paths. Instead, they pay attention to what others dismiss, staying curious long after everyone else has moved on. Progress often begins with the willingness to explore unfamiliar territory, to remain focused on a problem that few people consider worth solving, and to keep showing up when immediate rewards are nowhere in sight. If these words spark something inside you, pay attention to that feeling. The ideas that continue returning to your mind, the ambitions that refuse to fade, and the goals that quietly demand your attention may be pointing towards something meaningful. Don't be too quick to silence them simply because the journey appears difficult or uncertain. Growth rarely arrives wrapped in comfort. More often, it emerges through persistence, patience, and the determination to continue even when enthusiasm begins to fade. The moments that test your commitment are often the same moments that shape your future. What feels challenging today may eventually become the foundation of your greatest achievements. Every worthwhile pursuit is built through countless small choices. The decision to stay curious, to ask one more question, to learn one more lesson, and to take one more step forward. Extraordinary outcomes are rarely created by dramatic breakthroughs alone. They are the result of consistent effort repeated over time. In a world overflowing with distractions and noise, The simple act of remaining committed to what truly matters can become your greatest advantage. Let's break it down. Most of the world will keep searching for magic outside themselves. But you made a choice tonight. You allowed yourself to listen, to hope, to stand at the intersection of vulnerability and action, with eyes open and fists unclenched. And that makes you dangerous, in the best way. Pause. There's one more step left. Breathe in deeply. Let the outside world dissolve for just a few more minutes. You've made it here. One of the rare few who actually follow through, who finish what they start, who chase the thread all the way to the end. That's no small thing. If you're honest with yourself, you know most things in life get left unfinished. Books, projects, promises you made to yourself. But this you stayed for. So before you do anything else, recognize the significance of that commitment. In a world addicted to starting and quitting, to instant gratification, you've finished something. That alone might just be the breakthrough you never knew you needed. There's a story you've probably never heard. Years ago, a young Elon Musk was standing on the edge of a decision no one but him could truly see the value of. He'd sold his first company. He could have retired. Instead, he threw everything, his money, his reputation, his future, back into the void. All around him, people told him to play it safe, enjoy his luck, take the easy wins. But Musk looked at the world and saw a list of things that had to change. Energy, transportation, our very survival as a species. He called it the list of things that matter. No one said yes to him. No help coming, no green light, just his own stubborn yes echoing around in his head. He almost didn't make it. The companies almost failed. But it was that commitment to pushing one step further, to wringing one last drop out of his own potential, that made the difference. Because on the other side of terror, there is always freedom. So let's talk honestly, between you and me, about your own list of things that matter. What have you convinced yourself isn't possible? What have you put on the shelf marked later? How many dreams, impulsive ideas, little obsessions have you let wither because the timing just wasn't perfect? How long have you chased the myth of certainty, hoping for a green light from someone else? A parent, a partner, a boss, a world that never gets around to approving anyone. If you're waiting for that sign, this is it. It only took you 4,000 words to get here, but you're here. And that means a part of you refuses to settle for a life built on other people's schedules. Pause. Feel that. The arrival. The moment where you realize, I can't control the entire world, but I can control what I say yes to. If there's a single thing Elon Musk would whisper to you now, more essential than all the tech and the rockets and the systems, it's this. You are the gatekeeper of your potential. Nobody else. That's it. That's the message. When you say yes to discomfort, to fear, to awkwardness and rejection and starting over, the world shifts, even in the slightest ways, not because you willed it to change, but because you became the sort of person who acts instead of waiting. Let's break the fourth wall for a moment. This isn't fantasy. This isn't some cosmic accident. The universe didn't conspire to deliver you an extraordinary life on a silver platter, but it did conspire, right here, right now, to bring your attention to this message. If you're looking for a sign, the kind of sign that splits your future into before and after, this is it. Not the message itself, but the act of noticing you're alive, awake, daring enough to consider something bigger. And now comes the challenge, the part that matters most. You're about to leave this video, but the urge to slap back into routine will chase you. The desire to minimize, to forget, to drift back into the comfort of almost. It's real. That's the final test. Will you let this, right now, be just another nice idea? Or do you have the courage to take a single concrete step towards your own edge immediately? Pause. Not tomorrow. Not Monday. Right now. What would it look like, this very night, to move just 1 inch closer to something you want, before life's weight returns? Send that message. Write that sentence. Make the call. Draw up the risky plan. Own one tiny act that signals to your nervous system, the old story doesn't run the show anymore. Here's the great, uncomfortable truth. Nobody's going to do it for you. Elon won't come to your door. The world rarely gives you clear, risk-free permission. Everything meaningful begins with a choice that feels uncomfortable at first. It starts the moment someone decides they are no longer willing to stay where they are. The future rarely arrives with certainty or guarantees. Instead, it waits quietly for a person willing to take the first step. Right now, there is a feeling that something greater is possible, a sense that life has more to offer than routine, hesitation, and endless postponement. That feeling exists for a reason. Most people spend years convincing themselves that there will be a better time to begin, a safer moment to take action, or a clearer sign pointing the way forward. Yet the people who create change in their lives understand something different. They move before everything feels perfect. They act before every doubt disappears. They choose progress over comfort, even when nobody is watching. What separates one path from another is often a single decision made in an ordinary moment. You do not need to have every answer today. You do not need flawless confidence or a perfect plan. All that matters is a willingness to move in the direction of growth. Even a small step carries more power than endless waiting. Somewhere inside, there is a voice that knows this already, a steady reminder that you are capable of more than fear would suggest. Hold on to that voice. Let it guide your next decision and the one after that. As life continues to rush forward, remember that opportunities rarely belong to those who wait forever. They belong to those who choose to begin. The next part of your story is unwritten, and every possibility ahead starts with a single step taken today.